You walk into a networking event, the room is buzzing. Everyone seems to already know each other. You spot a group laughing in the corner. You want to join, but something holds you back. What if you say the wrong thing? What if they glance at you and turn back to their conversation? What if you end up standing alone, pretending to check your phone until you can quietly leave? Now imagine a different version of the same night. Within minutes, you are part of the group. People lean in when you speak, they ask for your number, they hope the conversation does not end. What changed? Not your looks, not your job title, it is how you talk. And the difference is smaller than you think. This is the heart of this book by Leil Lowndes, who has spent her career teaching people to communicate for success. This book is a toolkit, dozens of specific techniques for every stage of an interaction, from the first second you see someone to the moment you say goodbye. First impressions, body language, compliments. The core claim is freeing. Charm is not something you are born with, it is a set of skills anyone can learn. The first idea, your body communicates before your mouth opens. In the first 10 seconds, their brain has already formed a deep impression of you. About 80% of that impression comes from nonverbal signals, posture, eye contact, smile. And the good news is, every one of these signals is under your control. You just need the mechanics. Walk into a room as if you belong there. Slow, easy movements signal calm confidence, rushing signals anxiety. Before you even speak, people are reading your face. A relaxed, open expression invites the whole room in. A phone in your hand is a wall. Put it away, lift your eyes, and you instantly become approachable. The second idea, most people smile too fast. A quick, automatic smile that signals nothing. The flooding smile works differently. Pause 1 second, look at their face, then let a warm smile flood your eyes. That tiny delay convinces them the smile is meant for them alone. It makes them feel seen, not processed. Stand tall. Open your posture. Keep your hands visible. These quiet signals say, I am confident and safe. Crossed arms, a hunched back, a darting gaze, all whisper, stay away, before you ever speak. The flooding smile costs nothing and changes everything. It is the single fastest way to seem warm. The third idea is eye contact. The first technique is sticky eyes. If you must look away, do it slowly, reluctantly, as if a warm strand stretches before it breaks. People who hold this eye contact are rated more intelligent, more trustworthy, and more likable. The second is epoxy eyes. In a group, keep your gaze on the person you find most interesting. And the third is the big baby pivot. When introduced, turn your entire body toward them. Full attention. Give them the attention you would if a small child crawled up and tugged your sleeve. You matter to me. Try all three together. Pivot your body, lock on with sticky eyes, and let the flooding smile bloom. Done together, these signals are overwhelming in the best way. The other person simply feels chosen. The fourth idea is mood matching. Before you say a single word, read the room. Are they energized, relaxed, stressed? Then match their energy before you start talking. If they are calm, do not bounce in loud. If they are excited, do not answer in a flat whisper. Lowndes compares it to a mother soothing a baby. She matches the distress first, then guides it to calm. You do the same with adults. Match their mood first, then gently guide the conversation where you want. The fifth idea is what happens after hello. Most people freeze, hunting for the perfect opening line. Lowndes says, stop worrying. Your first words barely matter. What matters is warmth. She offers the what's it? Wear something unusual, a unique pin, a book. It gives strangers a reason to approach. And if you are approaching, try the eavesdrop in. Listen, then say, I could not help but overhear. Once you are in, the secret is simple. Ask questions and actually listen to their answers. People love talking about themselves. Give them that gift and they will leave thinking you are fascinating. Do not wait for your turn to speak, planning your next clever line. That is not listening, People feel it. The sixth idea is the power of echoing. When someone uses a particular word, repeat it back. If they say an incredible experience, do not say, that's nice. Say, an incredible experience, tell me about it. Lowndes also gives potent imaging. Take metaphors from their world and weave them in. If they are a gardener, talk about sowing seeds. If a pilot, an idea is taking off. The image lands harder. Echoing also buys you time. Repeat their last few words, and you never have to scramble for what to say next. The deepest connection comes when someone feels that you truly get their world. Imagery and echoing do exactly that. Watch their face light up when you speak their language. That spark is the whole goal of every technique. The seventh idea is how to compliment so it lands. Most people are too afraid or too generic. The grapevine glory. The most powerful compliment is one a person overhears. Tell a mutual friend. And the killer compliment. At the end, find one specific quality. Say their name, deliver it with sincerity. Not, you are great, something specific. You have a remarkable way of making people feel at ease. Use their name gently and not too often. A person's own name is the sweetest sound they know. And remember the small details they share. Bringing one back later tells them, you actually heard me. Compliments work best on effort and choices, not just looks. Praise what someone did, not only what they have. So let us face the difficult truths. The first, most social awkwardness comes from overthinking. People run a script. I need to be interesting. I need to impress. The best communicators do the opposite. They make the other person feel like the performer. They ask, they listen. They make you feel fascinating. The second tough truth. Communication skills account for a huge share of professional success. Technical ability gets you in the door. The ability to connect decides how far you go inside. The third tough truth. You cannot fake genuine rapport. Every technique needs real curiosity behind it. Nervous before a conversation? Remember, the other person is usually just as nervous as you are. Confidence is not the absence of fear, it is warmth offered anyway. One small, brave hello at a time. And rejection is rarely about you. People are distracted, tired, lost in their own worlds. Do not take it to heart. So, how do you use this? Start with the flooding smile. Tomorrow, pause 1 second before you smile. At your next meeting, practice mood matching. Read their energy and match it before you speak. Then echo their words. If they say overwhelmed, say overwhelmed. Tell me more about what is overwhelming you. Use the big baby pivot. When someone joins you, turn your whole body to face them. And before your next gathering, wear a what's it, a pin, a watch, a book. Give people a reason to come to you. End your best conversations with a killer compliment. One specific true thing said with their name. Pick just one technique this week. Practice it until it feels natural before you add the next. Practice on low stakes people first. The barista, the taxi driver. Build the reps before the big moments and be genuinely curious. The single best conversational skill is wanting to know the person in front of you. Leave every person a little better than you found them. That is a reputation worth having. First, your body speaks before you do. The smile, the pivot, the sticky eyes are signals that you're safe and present. Master your nonverbal language and you have already won half the battle before a single word. Second, conversation is not performance, it is reflection. Echo their words, match their mood, use their imagery. When people feel heard and understood, they open up in ways that surprise even themselves. Third, the best compliment is specific, genuine, and delivered at the right moment. A precise observation said with sincerity. None of these techniques are about tricking people. They are about lowering the walls so two people can actually meet. Warmth is a skill, curiosity is a skill, and like any skill, they grow every single time you practice. How to talk to anyone, in the end, is not about clever lines. It is about making other people feel seen. Every warm connection you make ripples outward. The world opens up to people who make others feel good. Do that and you will never be alone in a room again. If you want the PDF notes used to break down this book, comment PDF below. When I see your comment, I will share the link so you can go through every key idea yourself. And tell me in the comments which book you want decoded next. Your comment might decide the next video. This is Blood, Sweat, Gold, where luxury is earned, not inherited.